back, and today I've got a video by request from one of you guys. So, girl, I know we talk all the time, but if I say your name wrong, I'm sorry. Azuki, I believe that's how you say it. But she was talking with me on my day 29 tutorial, talking about how she thought my lipstick was almost black. And she wanted to know if I had any tips for wearing deep, dark, vampy lips without making you look dead or making it look too much on your face. So I thought, yeah, I can definitely go over that. Some of my tips for wearing dark vampy lipsticks and some of my tips for how to wear them and what makeup looks kind of go well with them. So first off, let's talk about what makeup looks go well with them. Typically, if I'm gonna wear a deep, dark vampy lip, I like to wear something either cool toned like I'm wearing today, like I was wearing in my day 29 tutorial, or something very neutral like I was doing in my tutorial in this series, my 31 days of tutorial series, when I did the tutorial with the naked one and I did a bright red lip. That kind of, it was more neutral, it was a little bit more warm toned. So something very neutral to something cool is generally what works for me in my skin tone. Because it's, I don't know, I feel like sometimes there's an incongruency between a really warm look and a deep dark vampy lips. It just is not something that I find personally on me works really well. So again, I like to use something that's very neutral to very cool toned on my eyes. I will also link a video above and below that I did about 1.5 years ago where I do a very, very simple eye look where you just have a very pulled together simple look that will help if you are wanting to tiptoe into the world of maybe not necessarily everyday color lipsticks. And on it I do the tutorial, and I also try on a range of lipsticks from pink to green, so it covers the gamut. So first off, that's what I would say. I would say find out what works for your skin tone. Do something very neutral. You can do an over-the-top eye look with a vampy lip, but if you're somebody who is not necessarily comfortable with vampy lips, or maybe you're not comfortable with just a lot of eye makeup in general, you're going to want to do something that just kind of pulls your eye look together, that makes it look sculpted and clean and polished and chic without being over the top. So that's a great video for that because it's really simple, really easy to do. The next tip I would give is to make sure that your face is really kind of, you've got a nice coverage on your face. I'm not saying it has to be really heavy, but you want to make sure that you are getting rid of any redness on your face. For example, if I know I'm wearing a vampy lip, like I'm wearing a lighter foundation today. I'm wearing the new CoverGirl Vitalast Healthy Elixir foundation, which is a light to medium coverage on the face. But I used a more heavy-duty concealer. I used my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, especially around here, because around my mouth and around my lips and around my kind of nose area, I tend to get redness and discoloration leaning on the red side. And I really wanted to make sure that I canceled that out, because if I didn't, it's gonna start to look messy. So if you've got some discoloration and then you put a really deep dark vampy lip over it, it's going to kind of lend itself to making your whole face look more red, more ruddy, and just a little bit more messy. So you want to make sure that even if you're wearing a lighter foundation, that you do something to where you're canceling out any redness and any discoloration on your face, because you want your face to be a nice, just blank canvas, so that red lipstick or that vampy lipstick really, really pops. That's the point of wearing a vampy lipstick. You want to look at it and just be like, bam, in your face, and you don't want it to be distracted, or you don't want it to be taken away from by any discoloration you have around your face. So that would be my next step, is just make sure whatever level of coverage you're wearing that you have neutralized any discoloration. The next step that I would say to wearing a deep dark vampy lip, and pretty much with any lip, but sometimes these vampier lip colors can be a little bit less forgiving, I would say you really want to prep your lips. So what I like to do is I like to exfoliate my lips before I even start my makeup. Generally I use my e.l.f. lip exfoliator. It's $3. Mine is so janky. Do you see that? I'm almost done. I've got to back up. So what I'll do is I'll rub this on my lips and kind of rub it on there and rub it around for about 30 seconds, and then I'll wipe it off, and then I'll use some type of lip oil while I'm doing my makeup. So the one I like that I've been using the longest is the Milani lip oil treatment. This one I think is in the rose hip. It's already rubbed off. These are about $8.99. I've also got a couple of samples that I've been using and really liking. The Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss. I wouldn't go out and buy either of these necessarily, but they do the same thing. So if you have samples of these running around, they'll work. And then I also have the Clarins. Then I also have the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil. So I like these to sit on my lips while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, so my lip kind of absorbs that moisture and it kind of locks it into my lips, and that's just going to help any kind of deep dark, especially a liquid lipstick, which generally if I'm wearing a deep dark vampy lip, I like wearing a liquid lipstick because I know it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to help the lipstick from looking dry, cakey, and just flaking off your lips. And then lastly, what I would suggest is find a good lip liner. I know that the mark of a good lipstick is that you don't need a lip liner, but a lot of times, especially with liquid lipsticks, with these deeper, darker colors, it's hard to get the formulation down and get it right. And sometimes a good lip liner will help you wear that color without it being streaky, without it being patchy, without having to go over, because the more layers you put on your lips with a liquid lipstick, the worse off you're gonna be. So sometimes just a good emollient lip liner with a good color is going to help rectify that situation and make a wider range of liquid lipsticks work. And for me, hands down, my all-time ultimate favorite is the Easy Liner for Lips from Jordana in the shade Cabernet. This one I am almost completely out of, like, click of death, that's it. I used it today. It is the perfect color. It works with a wide range of lipsticks, something from, you know, this type of color to something almost deep dark black, and it's like $2. So I actually have 2 backups. I just went and repurchased it because I kept forgetting to get it. And the reason why I like the Easy Liner for Lips in this shade particularly, because they are so creamy and rich and emollient, is that they help, again, add an extra layer of moisture and protection to your lips, so they're not being completely dried out by a deep dark matte liquid lipstick. That wasn't the last one. The last tip I want to give you is to, when you're wearing a cool tone eye look and a deep dark vampy lip, is balance out the face. Balance it out with a nice warm tone bronzer that's subtle. You don't want something orange Oompa Loompa, but something that is subtle and warm and adds some warmth to your face. And also a neutral, warm leaning blush. Today I used Peachy Keen from e.l.f. This is a very subtle blush, but it leans very, very warm toned. It's neutral to warm tone. It's subtle, but it builds beautifully, and it's gonna just give a beautiful warmth and life to the face without being over the top. So those are my tips. I would say make sure you're wearing a simple neutral eye look. If you want to go more vampy, you definitely can, but if you're just starting out, simple neutral, put some fluttery lashes on, because that's going to tie the vampiness of the lip together and just look so chic and beautiful. You want to make sure that you're neutralizing any discoloration on your face. You want to make sure you're prepping your lips accordingly. You want to make sure that you find a good lip liner to go under a wide range of vampy lipsticks, and you also want to make sure you're finding a neutral to warm leaning blush. And again, these are just the things that work for me, that help me wear these colors a little bit more easily. So since we've gone over the tips, I'm also going to link a video, I'm going to put a card in here for it, where I talk about my top 5 favorite vampy lipsticks from the Wet n Wild Mega Last line. So I'll link that there so you can go see it. But I'm also going to talk about just some other vampy lipsticks that I love, that I enjoy, that I think are just fabulous. And most of these are pretty much readily available in drugstores. So I'm just going to do some swatches. Let's start off with the color I have on my lips right now. This is called Copenhagen. This is one of the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I love this color. It's beautiful. This is going to be one of the more wearable ones, and again, you can see that it needs a little bit of help. It's not completely opaque in color, it's not streaky, but it just takes some building. But instead of building it up on with a couple layers, I just put that Cabernet lipstick underneath it, and I love it. And I've got to say, this lipstick, I get so many compliments from guy co-workers when I wear this lipstick. It's crazy. I don't know what it does, but it's just really good. Another liquid lipstick that I like, or soft matte lip cream that I like, is actually in the shade Transylvania. And again, this one is going to need a little bit of help, but once you put that support from the lip liner underneath it, it is so beautiful on the lips. It is a little bit more, it's definitely deep, but it's along that same tone. It's kind of like Copenhagen's older sister in college. It's so super pretty. Love that one as well. Another liquid lipstick that I love, and you can tell that the deep dark vampy lips that I like definitely lean more wine berry purple. They're not like brown red. They're more, have that berry undertone to them. This other one that I love is called Obsession, and this is from the Milani Mori Matte Lip Cream line. I love this one. Again, it's a little bit cooler than Copenhagen. My mom was like, I want to wear that. And my mom doesn't wear lipstick at all. So this is a really, really beautiful color. Another color that I really like is from the NYX Full Throttle Waterproof lipstick line, and this is in the shade, I always get these confused because there's Locked and this one's Loaded. And this one is more on the brown side, but again, it's got a lot of that berry and that purple in it. And I really enjoy this one too. Another one, and you guys have seen me wear this a lot lately, and I'm not sure if this is still available because I couldn't find this on their website, but I've still found this in Walgreens stores. And this is the Tattoo Junkee Tattoo Junkee Lip Paint in the shade Vixen. This has got to be the most perfect deep dark vampy purple, like bordering on black. Do you see how opaque and creamy it is? This one does not need any help. This one does not need any help from a lip liner. You can put that underneath it, but it is so beautiful. I was wearing this in the Day 29 tutorial, and I think I was also wearing this in the tutorial in the 31 Days of Tutorial series when I did the Cargo Let's Meet in Paris palette. Oh my god, if you find this liquid lipstick and you are looking for a good deep dark vampy lipstick, beautiful. And then let's talk about a couple of just regular lipsticks that I love. These are just in the stick formula. This is from Maybelline. This is the one of the mattes in Divine Wine. So this one's going to be a lot like Loaded. It's a little bit warmer, so not quite as, if you're somebody who doesn't like those purple undertones, I do like this one. It's kind of a more wearable, everyday, vampy lip. It's not over the top. It's not going to be something that people are going to be like, what are you wearing that in the office for? It's just a very chic, very sophisticated. I love that color. And then another color, and I just want to show it to you because I do love this color. I love it with the Cabernet liquid lipsticks. This is from MAC, and I'm pretty sure they have something, I'm sure they're going to have something very similar to this. This is from a Creamsheen in Goddess of the Sea. Again, it's from the Alluring Aquatics collection, but I love it. It's got a little bit of sheen. It's the only one that has sheen out of all of these. All the other ones are matte formulas, but I love this one with that Cabernet lip liner. If you can get a good kind of deep purpley mauve color like this with that lip liner, it's going to stay in place, but it's just going to make your lips look so beautiful and juicy and plump. Love it. I know you can't get that one anymore, but you can find something like it. All right, everybody, so those are just some of my tips and tricks along with some of my favorite colors for wearing deep, dark, vampy lipsticks. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know if you like vampy lips. Let me know if you just stay away from them completely, or let me know what some of your favorites are. But today, I want to point y'all in the direction of a older video. This is from my girl, Samantha Riley. I love her. I love her style and her sensibility, especially in her tutorials. If you like over-the-top glitter, color, smokiness, amazingness, then go check out this tutorial. Check out all of her old tutorials, but this is definitely one of my favorites. But as always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and talking about makeup with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Have a rockin' week, and I will see you next time.